Right, let's focus on the selector. The selector uses input signals to switch between different outputs. Open its tweak menu with L1 and square. The slider sets the number of options the selector can choose from. There are 4 positions for the bridge, so increase the slider to 4. Close the tweak menu with L1 and circle. The selector is much bigger now with lots more ports. On the right edge of the selector, there's 4 output ports. Create wires on the output ports with R2 or X and connect a keyframe to each one. Make sure you keep the keyframes in order. Now we have 4 outcomes for the selector to choose from. But how do we switch between them? On the bottom left of the selector, you'll find 2 input ports that don't have a letter icon. They are Move to Next output and Move to Previous output. These inputs will make the selector switch the connected keyframe. Connect it to the selector's input port for Move to Next output. If you're getting confused by all these inputs and outputs, just remember, left side of the gadget is inputs, right side is outputs. Now do the same for the left arrow grab sensor and the Move to Previous output port. We still need to connect the up arrow's grab sensor. Why don't we use it to reset the bridge? You can directly select outputs by connecting to the corresponding input. Create a wire from the grabbed output of the up arrow grab sensor. Then connect it directly to the A input on the selector. This means that if you grab the up arrow, it will return the bridge to point at the door, regardless of its current position. Now switch over to play mode to try out the controls. Use the arrow buttons to rotate the bridge so Connie can reach the button. Don't try and rotate the bridge with Connie on it, though. She's only safe when she's on the blue circle in the middle. Once the door is open and she's back on the blue circle, grab the up arrow button to return the bridge back to its starting position. When Connie is across the bridge, return to edit mode and start the next step. The next obstacle looks complicated, but is really just a glamorous randomizer. There are 3 trapdoors for Connie to get across. Above each trapdoor is a microchip containing some simple logic. Open up all 3 with L1 and X. Now click R3 to play time. Notice how the trigger zones detect the balls and open the trapdoors. It looks hectic. It'll be very difficult to get Connie across, if not impossible. Give it a try in play mode if you want to, but whether you manage to cross or not, it's clearly too difficult. By adding some exclusive gates to the logic, we can make this obstacle a bit fairer while still being challenging. Exclusive gate gadgets just take a signal and pass it on. But when you have more than one exclusive gate in a scene, only one of them can be active at a time. So if we add exclusive gates to the trapdoors, then only one trapdoor can be open at a time. which means that Connie will always have a chance of getting across. Pause the scene with R3 and make sure all 3 trapdoor microchips are open. Then head into the assembly menu. The exclusive gate gadget is found in the Logic and Processing menu. Its icon looks like a garden gate. Select it with X. Stamp an exclusive gate into each of the microchips, between the trigger zone and the other gadgets. Unequip your imp with Circle, then delete all the wires coming from the 3 trigger zones. In the next step, we'll connect the exclusive gates to the logic. Let's take a closer look at the ports on the exclusive gate. There's a gate input and a gate output port. These ports simply pass through a signal without changing it, but only if the gate is open, and only one gate can be open at a time. Connect the detected port of the trigger zone to the gate input port of the exclusive gate. The trapdoor has 2 possible positions, open and closed, which is set by the 2 keyframes. But the closed door keyframe is connected via a NOT gate. NOT gates are shifty little gadgets. They do the opposite of what most gadgets do, because they're active when they're not receiving a signal. So when there is not a signal from the exclusive gate, the closed door keyframe gets activated. So to complete the logic, connect wires from the gate output port and plug them into the open door keyframe and the NOT gate. When the exclusive gate is sending a signal, the open door keyframe becomes active, and when it is not sending a signal, the closed door keyframe is activate. So to complete the logic, connect wires from the gate output port and plug them into the open door keyframe and the NOT gate. When the exclusive gate is sending a signal, the open door keyframe becomes active, and when it is not sending a signal, the closed door keyframe is active. Now connect up the exclusive gate the same way as in the other 2 microchips. Each exclusive gate will open only if no other gates are open already. This will stop more than one trapdoor opening at once. Click R3 to start time and see how the exclusive gates work. That should make things a bit easier for you to get Connie across to the next platform. Try it out in play mode. Once Connie is across, return to edit mode and start the next step. In the previous challenge, the exclusive gates were fairly simple. But did you know that you can give exclusive gates priorities? Exclusive gates with a higher priority will override ones with a lower priority. This makes the exclusive gate work like a more sophisticated selector. We're going to use exclusive gates to make a timing mechanic to lower the final bridge. Above the meter, there's a microchip. Open it up and we'll take a look at what's going on. Notice that the logic branches from the trigger zone to 2 different outcomes. One branch goes to a timeline, the other to a keyframe. Take a look at the timeline first. Open up the timeline canvas with L1 and X. On the top 2 rows of the timeline, there are keyframes that animate the meter. Select them with X to preview them. The meter is just a timing guide for the player. When the button lights up, it's time to hit square. On the bottom row, there's a keyframe to keep the bridge upright. It ends just before the square button keyframe activates. If you take a look at the controller sensor, you'll see the square button output is connected to another keyframe. This keyframe lowers the bridge, allowing Connie to cross. So to lower the bridge, you have to switch from the timeline to the bridge down keyframe. But there's a problem. Both branches of the logic go through an exclusive gate. Open up the gate's tweak menus and take a look at their priorities. The gate to the timeline has a higher priority than the gate that lowers the bridge. This means that no matter what, it will override the exclusive gate that's attached to the controller sensor and the keyframe. To lower the bridge, we need to change the priority of the second exclusive gate, but only when the player hits square with the right timing. We'll do all this with one keyframe. When you're ready, move on to the next step. The timeline's exclusive gate has a higher priority than the one connected to the bridge down keyframe, so there's no way for the bridge down keyframe to be activated. We need to raise the priority of the second exclusive gate, but only when square is pressed with the right timing. We can achieve this by adding another keyframe that modifies the exclusive gate. Go to the animation menu and select the keyframe. Stamp one onto the 3rd row of the timeline, immediately after the long bridge up keyframe. As soon as you place it, the keyframe will start recording. While it's recording, go into the tweak menu of the exclusive gate connected to the bridge down keyframe. Increase its priority to 12, so it's 1 higher than the other gate's priority. When you're done, select Stop Recording in the context menu to store the changes to the keyframe. So now we have an exclusive gate that is priority 10, but can change to be priority 12. The keyframe is very short at the moment, so hover over it and hold the up directional button until it fills up the end of the timeline. Now open the keyframe tweak menu with L1 and square. Once activated, we need the keyframe's effects to be permanent. So select the Keep Changes option in the tweak menu. Now, once the bridge is down, it'll stay put. Close the tweak menu with L1 and circle. This keyframe will be active for half a second when the meter is full. Enough time to hit square and lower the bridge. But look, there's another wire going from the square button output of the controller sensor. This wire closes the upper gate, preventing players from button mashing to cheat the timing. If you press square before you're supposed to, the exclusive gate will close briefly, causing the timeline to reset. There are some crafty players out there in the Dreamiverse, so make sure you haven't left exploits in your logic. Time to try out the scene in play mode. If anything's going awry, try following the steps again to see where you went wrong. Once Connie can reach the final platform, breathe a sigh of relief. You've completed this tutorial.
Oh, yeah, I'm just messing around with this new 2D camera, and I'm sculpting Mr. Incredible for somebody. I kind of got tired of the sculpting for a little bit, so I just thought I'd mess with the new 2D camera. Oh, was that you, Bullet? Yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm not quite finished with it. Thank you, Shinobi. Animate the foot there. Oops. Guess his feet need to be on the ground. uh, Thank you. The run is very janky. Look at that. I gotta work on that. We're making him fly, or whatever Mr. Incredible does. Yeah. Alright, we'll work on the buffness. Alright, here. How's that for the chest? Oh, and then even more broad. I should probably live clone this so I can look at it from both angles. Oops. Oh, I turned auto guides off. Yeah, he is. So, are you, do you have dreams? I'm not really sure who I'm talking to, if this is somebody from the Discord. Or... Actually, it's easier to work on. I can do all this stuff really easy. It's easier to work on this stuff when it's bigger. Oh, cool. Well, nice to meet you. Are you interested in dreams? Or do you have it? Do you play? Create? Alright, so now I should be able to... Oh, I made a mistake. This has to be on. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome deal. Okay, whatever I do to this one should also affect the other live clone. Yeah, okay. Why isn't it working for the legs though? Maybe it will. Oh, you're gonna love it, man. You're gonna love it. I've been, oh gosh, I've been following the development of this game since, I think, since 2011, maybe. I probably check for the release of it every day. It's a really great community, though. It's really cool. You watch the streams? See, why's the line club? So I've got an issue here. Whatever I do to one should happen to the other one. But it's not working. I don't know, maybe it doesn't work on puppets, but if you normally, if you take something and live clone it like I just did, make sure this is checked. Whatever you do to the one happens to the other. But for some reason, yeah, you won't regret it, man. What you get for $40 is pretty ridiculous, honestly. Alright, why's my live clone not working? Try one more time. Tools, clone. Alright, that's checked. There's a clone. Now, whatever I do to this one, there. It does not work on the legs, though. That is a bug. Works on the pelvis. Works on the forearm. Works on the head. But does not work on the thighs. Or the shins. Or the feet. That is definitely a bug. That's a bummer. Maybe they didn't intend for it to. But so he needs a belly like that. The issue, though, is it's all on the... actually, I like it. It works pretty good. Covered up my belt, though. Yeah, I was afraid if I didn't do it actually on the torso piece that it would move funny, but it looks like it's going to be okay. Needs to be a different color, obviously. It's starting to look more like him, isn't it? I need to go grab a hand from somewhere, too. Oh, that was inappropriate. Didn't mean to do that. I definitely need to make that bigger. The thing about sculpting puppets, though, is if you're not careful, they look really strange. Yeah. Good old Mr. Incredible. I really need to look at my reference photo. Alright, he's got a black collar. Okay, zero snap off. Honestly, probably just first thing I need to do is just make the leg bigger. Just that way. And then I can shorten him. uh, oh, that's broken. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to adjust that. Okay. Here's no butt now. City looks like we. Oh. No. I'm just going to put a surface under Imara. Keep up right on, was it all jacked? That's pretty funny. Why is it doing that? Why is he sinking into the shape? Like, I don't get it. Okay. Oh, Shinobi, I don't know. I mean, most I have one like real life friend that plays, and then I don't know. I probably 15 to 20 or so. There's a bunch of really good Discords to get involved with. Oh, heat maps are in tests. What the heck is going on there? Oh no. Oops. I just deleted everything I did. That's not good. Discords. Let's see. I don't. There's one called. Actually, just Dreams PS4. I think it's pretty much easy to join. Yeah, that's not good. But it's probably for the better because there was something messed up with the. He kept sinking into the. It didn't matter what kind of surface I'd make, he kept sinking into it, so. I did not mean to do that, though. But I pretty much remember what I did, so it won't be too bad. I'm actually thinking about starting the whole thing over. I don't want to work on it now, though. Let's do something else. I'll take you through some of the stuff I've done. Just different assets I've made and stuff. Some of it I can't show because it's for a project that I'm working on. Here's like a alien cyborg thing I made. I'm working on that. Pretty proud of this guy. Just gotta go through and finish detailing him from like the waist down. Yeah, probably not. He probably couldn't handle the thick. It was a lot of thickness with both C's. Oh, there's that dude. I didn't, when I made him in the early access. So I'd like to be able, I didn't really make him to be able to be rigged to as a puppet. So that's one thing I kind of regret. So it's just going to be an audio visual type deal. A lot of assets for a project that I'm working on. Here's my chunk of wood that can be used. This is on, should be on the Dreamverse and remixable. You talking about the alien cyborg thing? The alien took, dude, you know, it's a good question. I probably, I don't know, I probably spent 4 or 5 hours on it total. Maybe more. Here's this thing. This little bug. I've actually got him rigged up where his head moves. I'm really bad about starting stuff and getting to a certain point and then just getting bored and wanting to start something else. But this dude could be like a cool... Oh, there's a little lava thing down there that he's flying over. And let's see what else I have. I made... Oh, it's kind of messed up right now, but I made this little coffee cup. Yeah. Well, and when it's new, you'll just want to, especially if you like messing with music and like sound and logic, there's just so many things you'll want to do. Here's my ogre. He's got some animations and stuff with him. Just a little overhead smash. His feet are kind of jacked up, but nice little enemy for a game. I want to wire his mouth open and shut too. I'm gonna work on that at some point. Thank you. It's a little surreal looking scene I made. Kind of a Salvador Dali type. Deal. Just random assets. I like to make a lot of just assets for people to be able to reuse. Here's us. I'm kind of proud of this one. The more of a realistic looking goblin face. Definitely need to work on it more. It's probably how I need to do Mr. Incredible's face. Is just make a standalone thing and then. Thank you, man. Thank you. I like it. I've never really did any kind of 3D art, and then so it's really easy to use. If you draw or anything like that, it's pretty easy to catch on to. A little gate I made. This was gonna be for a project that's not released yet. It's gonna be a gate. So now I can use it for my own game. Yeah. So that was a project I was working on. I'm not on it anymore. I just didn't have time. But they've released a trailer and a demo that looks pretty good. Another head. Absolutely. Yeah. Anything I have, you're welcome to. I think most of it's set up to be remixable. If it's not, just send me a message or something when you get on here and I'll make them available for you. But all this stuff I made with the intention of people being able to use. It's kind of what it's all about. Oh yeah, you gotta see a Lotto. Me and a guy that's named Nivy Artist does a lot of stuff on here. We made this little scene. This is pretty funny.
El helado, si hay, pídalos. El helado, oiga, pásele, 6 sabores. Si hay, pídalos. 6 sabores naturales, oiga, pásele. Un heladito, oiga, 6 sabores. Hay helado, si hay, pídalos. Un heladito, oiga, un helado. 6 sabores nada más, oiga, pásele. El helado.
I'm still gonna get a kick out of that. Here's a statue. So a friend of mine made this sculpt, and we kept passing it back and forth, and just adding different stuff to it. Right? Yeah. So again, so just one night, me and two of my friends that on here, we were he made this face. And then I remixed it and added the pimples and stuff and the hairs coming out of the pimples. If you look, that little hair actually wobbles. So, and then another friend took mine and remixed it. And then the guy that originally made it took it and added some stuff to it. And it just eventually turned into this monstrosity. which is pretty funny. I'm kind of proud of my little alien eye that's growing out of the side of his head there. And the pimples look good too. See, I could do this. No, I want to do this. Nope, not that either. I do this. Anyway, that is a monstrosity if I've ever seen one. Yeah, here's when I first started messing with one of the characters. This guy's got some funny stuff.
You think of my karate move? Mesmerizing epic jump, flying super roundhouse kick. Mesmerizing epic jump, flying super roundhouse kick.
Just some random stuff I was creating at first. Flower. Lamp. Put a light in it, that lamp. I thought I was way more proud of that lamp when I first made it than I should have been. Just a random pillar people can use. Yes, absolutely. You can add me. Later, man. Thanks for watching. Cool, Shinobi. Take it easy, man.